quite a while since I've done another NECA unboxing. I've had quite a lot of figures lined up that I wanted to review that I just haven't gotten around to because of the process of moving acquiring the figures, trying to find them. Everything kind of takes time, and so I finally got my hands on this one, as well as another Evil Dead figure, an Alien figure, and I have now two Predator figures that I probably will not be purchasing much of the Predator ones too much, just because, again, it's kind of like the Jasons. They're all kind of the same for the most part. Which, speaking of Jason, though, Friday the 13th, they have announced a new Part 7 Jason that I might pick up just because that one's kind of unique. But anyways, so I know what you're thinking. Why the hell did you pick up this figure, though? Schwarzenegger's the Terminator. Well, in my opinion, maybe we can agree to disagree on this, but I believe that the first Terminator movie is a iconic symbol of sci-fi horror, in my opinion. Terminator 2 and 3 are a little bit too action-y. I mean, this one's kind of action-y, but I mean, it really captures the sci-fi horror aspect of a killing machine trying to track down and kill an individual that is basically supposed to be the carrier for the savior of humanity, right? So, throughout the whole movie, you have this scary, intimidating killing machine that has no emotion, no regrets, and, towards the end of the movie, you got to see the flesh come off of Arnold, and you got to see the underlying endoskeleton, and that shit right there, chasing after somebody, is probably got to be the most creepiest thing ever, having a T-800 chase you down a corridor. Yeah, I would like to say that this probably belongs on my shelf. Now, with that said, this figure, is, well, just going to be the fleshy version of Arnold, but I used to actually have a T-800 NECA figure, but the way that it's made is so shittily made that it kind of fell apart on me, and I ended up throwing him out. Now I kind of regret doing that, because even though the legs had broken on me, I could have probably kept it just so I can kind of imitate the scene in the first Terminator where the endoskeleton loses its legs due to John throwing the pipe bomb in between its pistons, and then it blows his legs off. I could have made it look like that alongside with this Terminator NECA that I got here. But it is what it is, and I would like to mention that I am actually testing out my new shirt microphone. It's called a Purple Panda off of Amazon, or Purple Panda. So the mic quality might be a little bit better than me just trying to talk into my phone camera. It is inevitably going to be the same mic that I use when I start riding my bike and kind of just doing some little odds and ends exercising. So anyways, that aside, let's go ahead and get into the unboxing, guys. That's going to be the first time that I unbox this guy. Alright, so here's the packaging opened up here. So we have Arnold on the side here, all displayed. There's him inside the box. On the back, you got your typical display of Arnold back there. I wanted this one out of all the other Arnold figures. You can get the Tech Noir version of him, though I like this scene specifically because he just looks so badass with the glasses and the leather jacket. It just screams just badass to me compared to the Tech Noir one. And this one, he starts from when he went through the fire, he lost a little bit of his hair, so it's not all dad hairish, if I'd like to call it. So this also has the scene, actually I think the Tech Noir figure actually has the one where he's fixing his arm, but on this one you have the option, the same option that's in the Tech Noir one, where his eyeball's kind of exposed, and then where he's really super damaged. I think this is when he gets I can't remember how he got this so damaged on his head. It's been a while since I've seen the movie. Yeah, the accessories, we'll go over the accessories and all that, and articulation. These figures aren't double jointed, so this was before NECA started double joining their figures, I believe. So he's very basic in his articulation, pretty standard articulation. The double jointed figures are obviously by far the best NECA figures that you can get on the market. But I'm going to hope to God that this guy doesn't break on me, because NECA is notorious for their joints breaking. So if they are a little too stiff for me, I believe I'm going to just dip them in some hot water, and we're probably not going to articulate that joint. But yeah, let's go ahead and take him out of the package and see what he looks like up close. Oakley dokley, we have the figure taken out here. So he comes with quite a few accessories, nothing too major. So I guess we'll go over accessories first. He does come with an alternative head, like the one you see when he's messing with his eyeball on his arm. And then he comes with a super battle damage version of his head. This is probably the one I'll probably put on the figure just because it looks so damn cool. He does come with some alternative hands to hold certain accessories. And there's that one, if it'll focus. There we go. And then as far as his weapons go, he comes with this little revolver, python, whatever you want to call it. And the shotgun from Half-Life 2, as I'd like to call it. It literally looks like, oh, I've dropped it. It quite literally looks like the shotgun from Half-Life 2. I think this is a Spaz, I believe. I could be completely wrong. And then we have his little submachine gun that he has. Almost looks like an AK without a buckstock on it. Actually, no, maybe an FAL. I don't know. Galil? Not sure. But at any rate, it's got the double mag, 60 round clip looking thing on it. And that's pretty much all of his accessories. Nothing too drastic in any way. So let's go ahead and get into articulation here. So the head here goes about that far down. Can't really look up too much just because I think his jacket is kind of hindering his motion back there. So he can pretty much only look down, straight, side, and side. Yeah, got to really screw with it a bit to get him to look in a certain direction. Now, he can only go about that high up. Can only go about that high up because the jacket's hindering him from going in a straight angle there. Now, as far as the joint pretty much hardly even goes out. That's as far as the joint goes in terms of his elbow. It does have a bit of a swivel in the arm, so it can rock around. Don't think it has an ab crunch. No ab crunch. So, and then the other arm goes about that high. Elbow, oh, this one feels a little stiff. There we go. Elbow, same thing, can only go about that far. This is what sucks about NECA's, you know, again, these were before double joints, so there's no double joints in these, so they can only go in such a slight bit of motion. And obviously you got a swivel in this hand as well. Now, as far as the legs are concerned, you can probably go about that much. You can't really sit very well if you wanted him to. He can do the splits pretty well though, so splits are pretty nice. And of course, that's about as far back as it goes, but because of his little cod piece there, it's kind of making it go out in an angle. Can't really go straight back. And that's as far as the knees go. Knees go about that far. So, and I believe there's a swivel in the foot. Yep, there is a bit of a range of motion in the foot as well. So that's pretty much going to do it for this guy. Yep. I'll probably be displaying him in such a way he's holding both the shotgun and the submachine gun. I think that's probably what I'll be doing. Of course, I always make an intro to my videos before we get into the review, so whatever I decide to pose him as is what I'm going to do. Now, the hard part about this is I'm unboxing these guys now, but I have like no furniture to display them anymore. At least I never really did at my old place, but I'll figure out something. If I have the money, maybe I'll purchase a little display shelf and put all my NECA figures inside of it. But anyways, guys, that's going to be it for the unboxing of this guy. I'm glad to add him to my collection, and I have about 4 more unboxings to do. And I'll probably cover the new Jason that's going to be coming out too for a lot of you Friday the 13th people. So we'll go ahead and probably cover him. I don't know, the news for him sometime in the next few days, maybe if not tomorrow. So anyways guys, hopefully you have a good one, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.